Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros at your service. Today I will be reading the January 4th Facebook post and making a few comments on it, and I trust that it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. Aligning with your highest will. Your highest will and God's source's will are one. God's will for your life is your highest will for your life. When the Bible says that thy will be done, it is equally and also saying, may your highest will be done. There is no difference. Ask yourself, do you not want the best, most beautiful, joyful, passion-filled, and loving life for your children? Do you not hope and pray for their health, happiness, and peace every day? Do you not think that our Creator's will for all His children is at the very least as equally loving and supportive as your will is for your children? Today, when worry, stress, anxiety, and pressure knock at your door, say to yourself, this is neither God's nor my highest will for myself. I now let go of all the ego's programming and realign with my Creator's will for me. Today I choose to value trust more than worry. I acknowledge that all that is occurring in my life offers me the opportunity to rise to a higher level of consciousness. Today I practice blessing what I once cursed, forgiving who I once judged, offering gratitude to those I once blamed, and doing my best to love those the ego has once convinced me were unlovable. What is our highest will? Let's first recall where we come from. We come from a place of perfect love. And it is from there that we heard the calls for help and healing from this planet. And when we became, let's call it vibrational match to this calling, we decided that it was best for us to go down and help. And that's what we did. And so we are all very courageous beings coming from a place of pure love into a place of duality. Into a place where the illusion appears real. And so here we are. We heard the call. We then co-created a perfect, sacred, individualized journey for us to do the best we can to help the people here on this planet remember who in truth they are and who we are. And so when we come into this planet, into this place of duality, we are bombarded, taught, programmed that the illusion is real by our parents, our peers, society. Usually they do the best they can, but they've only been taught they've only learned what they've been taught. And so that's what they teach us. And so there's no need to judge our brothers or sisters or parents or society. They are simply reading from the fairy tale that they currently believe is true. And so it is what it is. But little by little you experience the life they taught you was real. The things they taught you should try to achieve or be, or whatever. And little by little you started to get uncomfortable with those notions, with those ideas, with those thoughts. And so little by little you started to create your own thinking, to support your own thinking, to support your own thoughts of what actually brought you peace and joy. And so little by little you let go of this illusionary world. And you started to align with the truth within you, specifically within you. Now we are all love, and love has many expressions such as kindness, generosity, compassion, joy, forgiveness, peace. And so the areas of this planet that we are here to help heal are those areas within us, within our own minds, that we still believe are real. And so we might be buying into the ideas of anger or resentment. And we might be having issues with anger or resentment, just as examples. And so the world would tell you, the ego's world will tell you that, hey, you're having issues with anger and resentment because you're not good enough, or you're not spiritual enough, or you're not wise enough. And that is simply not true. Because all you are is love. That is your truth. That is our truth, is love. But we have come here to, in this instance, help clear up the ideas of resentment and anger. And so we dive into those expressions, those energies. We dive into them to fully experience them. Because who else can truly teach that something is not real other than those who have been through it and can help others realize that it is not real because they themselves have gone through it. For example, let's say an alcoholic. The best teacher for an alcoholic is a past alcoholic. That's why they're sponsors. Now, yes, you can also help as being a psychologist or a social worker or what have you. And that's also very helpful. But those who have been through the hurt, the anger, the frustration, the addictive qualities of that energy are indeed those who can best help heal the people still in that tunnel of darkness, still in that energy. And those people in the dark, I can do this. Those people still in the dark tunnel of addiction or what have you, they will most likely listen to those people who have been through that same journey and who have overcome that journey, that illusion. And so you're not spiritual enough or not good enough because you're an alcoholic, or because you've been an alcoholic, or because you're angry, or because you're going through anger, or because you're resentful or going through resentment. You're simply diving into those illusions. That is part of your mission. If you have a challenge in life, that challenge is part of your mission here on earth. You are to overcome that challenge, and then you are to become an example of that overcoming of that challenge. If you went through anger and resentment, you are to overcome anger and resentment and become an example of peace and forgiveness, so that those who are going through those energies can look up to, so to speak, someone who has been where they are, and they will listen to you because you experience what they have experienced. And so what the ego's world will define as not being good enough, not being wise enough, it's really a blessing that you're courageous enough to come into this world to experience, to fully experience, so that you can fully understand it, so that you can fully help those people who are still in it remove themselves from it. And so let us no longer judge ourselves as the world will have us judge us. Let us no longer judge ourselves as not wise, not spiritual enough, not good enough, not worthy of love and peace and joy. For whatever our challenge is, that is in truth our blessing. And that is the blessing we have come here to express onto this planet. Because whatever that challenge is, believe it or not, we came here with that knowledge of what we came here to help and heal. And so we are very courageous beings. Remember that of yourself. Remember that God thought and you were created. That you are simply the perfect thought of love of God Himself, herself, on earth. And you have come to light the way for those who are currently perceiving it too dark to see. And it could be in a million different ways. Simply align with the truth within you, with the love that you are, with the compassion, kindness, joy, generosity. Align with those energies, and then express them in whatever ways fit you best. You might want to work with animals. You might want to work with alcoholics. You might want to work with children. Might want to just work with your family. Either way, whatever it is, it does not honestly matter. It does not matter what values the world has placed on whatever you're supposed to work on or be. A financial analyst could help people with their financial issues and help them find peace. And that's just as good as a fireman who's helping people in dangerous situations, or police officers who are providing safety for others. They're all equally valuable. The true matter is that you have to go within and figure out what's really best for you, what fits you best, and then express love in whatever ways those are. And keep every day aligning with the truth within you, with the love that you are, and going in love's direction. And when you are challenged, do not buy into the ego's programming anymore. Do not buy into the idea that you're less than anybody else. You're no less than anybody else, and you're no greater than anybody else. Because everybody is love. It's just that some of us have remembered it, and some of us are in the process of remembering it. And once we remember it, we will become an example to those who are in the process of remembering it. Once we remember that we are compassion, we will be an example of compassion to those who are swimming in the energy of condemnation or judgment. We who remember that we are peace will become examples of peace and become examples to those who are dealing with the energies of anxiety and stress, that there is another way. And when they see that we have been through what they have been through, then it will be more likely that they will listen to what we have to say. And so all those times you spend in stress and anxiety were actually gifts that you were offering yourself in this world. For you can only experience the illusion for so long until you start to realize that this does not align with the truth within me. And when you finally reach that light at the end of the tunnel, you become an example of that light to all those in the tunnel. And so do not judge yourself for being in the tunnel. That's just part of your sacred journey. You had the courage to come here. You had the courage to bring up these challenges, and you will have the courage to overcome them. For all you are is love, and all the challenges are in truth are but illusions that we have been programmed by time, by the ego, by society to believe are real. But the more you align with the light within you, the more you will see that all those challenges were just but illusions that you chose to overcome, and that you chose to be an example of the truth, so that those that are still in the illusion have someone to help them remember who they truly are. And so remember, you are a blessing to this world, no matter what the ego's world says. You are simply the thought of God physically manifesting itself on this planet. That is who you are. God thought and you were created. That is all you need to remember in any challenge that you are in. God thought and you were created. That is who you truly are. You are that love, and only that love. But yes, we are in this world. We have chosen to come here. We have chosen to dive into the illusions. We have chosen to dive into the darkness, but simply to help us and everyone else remember that it is not true, that it is not a true part of us, that it is simply our programmed selves, our sleeping selves. But that you can only sleep for so long before you choose to awaken. And that is what we're doing. We are awakening. We are all in the process of awakening. So simply be who in truth you are, the love that you are. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, please do so. It might assist somebody in finding this video someday. Apparently it helps with the listing process. If you'd like to leave me a question or a comment, I would be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube channel or my Google Plus channel, I would love to have you in those communities. Again, thank you for your time. You are a blessing to this world. I love you very much, and God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.